Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to London. It's December, the final month of the year, the most festive month of the year. Thought I'd start this evening at the London Eye, which at the end of the month will be the centrepiece and the focal point of London's New Year's celebrations, but that's not until the end of the month. This evening I'm heading just up the road to London's Trafalgar Square, arguably one of London's most iconic squares, to see this year's Trafalgar Square Christmas tree, which has been lit for the first time this evening. It's never the biggest tree in the world or the most boldly decorated tree in the world. However, it's arguably one of the most symbolic Christmas trees in the world, and it's been lit for the first time this evening. So let's head up to Trafalgar Square. I'll tell you a little bit more about the history of the tree, and hopefully we'll get a first look at this year's Trafalgar Square Christmas tree. So, when Norway was invaded in 1940 by the Germans, the King of Norway, Haakon VII, sought refuge in Britain, and the Norwegian government was established here in London. To most Norwegians, London represented the spirit of freedom during these difficult war years. From here in London, news broadcasts were made in Norwegian, and this inspired the people of Norway and kept their hopes of freedom alive. Eventually, Norwegian, British and Allied forces liberated Norway from the Germans, and ever since, as a token of thanks and to mark our continued friendship, Norway sends us a gift each Christmas, a Christmas tree. The Oslo Christmas tree in Trafalgar Square has come to symbolise the close and warm relationship between the people of Norway and the people of Britain. Norwegians are pleased and honoured to see that this token of their friendship, probably the most famous Christmas tree in the world, has become so much a part of Christmas for Londoners, and its lighting up ceremony has come to signify the beginning of the Christmas season in the heart of the British capital. The tree is a Norwegian spruce, comes from one of Oslo's own forests. It's been chosen with great care and was earmarked for its place of honour in London several years ago. It's an 80-year-old tree, and in keeping with Norwegian tradition, it's decorated with white lights. Okay, so there in the dark is this year's tree. They're singing carols and giving speeches at the moment, but any moment now they'll turn the lights on and we'll get a first glimpse of this year's tree. Hello? The Mayor of Oslo is speaking right now, so pretty sure as soon as the speeches are done, the lights come on.
That's wonderful. So, on behalf of the citizens of Westminster, and indeed on behalf of the people of the United Kingdom, I would like to formally convey our thanks to the Mayor of Oslo for this magnificent tree. Over 70 years ago, one of my predecessors first stood in this square and welcomed the first Norwegian Christmas tree from the people of Oslo to Westminster. We've heard how the tree was given in remembrance and thanksgiving for the enormous sacrifices made by both our countries during the Second World War. Since that first tree ceremony and over the past 70 years, the Norwegian people have kept up the tradition, presenting us with the gift of a Christmas tree each and every year. The tree has become a true annual representation of the great friendship between our two countries. It is a friendship created by our shared history, experiences and values, and our common belief in freedom. The tree presented to us by our Norwegian friends has also become a world famous, really world famous, as the United Kingdom's national Christmas tree. It even has its own Twitter account. And this year it also has a name. I named it Yun after the forester who spent the last 10 years talking to it, hugging it and nurturing it to become so beautiful and over 21 metres tall. That was no mean feat. Now, Christmas in Trafalgar Square, Westminster and wider London would not be the same without a Norwegian spruce towering proudly over the square. This year's tree, or Yun, which the Mayor of Oslo and I helped to fell in Oslo, as I mentioned earlier, at 80 years old is even older than the tradition itself. It has seen a lot of change in its lifetime, and the strengthening of the Norwegian-British relationship. Respecting the tree's origins as a symbol of remembrance and in keeping with the Norwegian tradition, it is decorated in simple white lights, which I think looks fantastic. Madam Mayor, thank you for travelling all the way from Oslo to be here with us tonight. Your presence here is greatly appreciated by us all, and I hope you feel that appreciation. It is such a privilege this year to share the lighting ceremony not only with the Mayor of Oslo and the Norwegian Ambassador, but also all the other various representatives, and indeed we have with us tonight nearly all of the London mayors, commonly known as the Chain Gang. Welcome. Now, there are also some other important thank yous to be made. I'd like to pass my sincere thanks and gratitude to the Agency for Urban Environment in Oslo, DFDS, and all of those who've been involved in nurturing, selecting and transporting this magnificent tree to London, and then those responsible for raising it into pride of place and safely standing steady, I hope. I've seen for myself all that goes into this enormous task. It is no mean feat.
Of the United Kingdom and the Kingdom of Norway.
So this year's Trafalgar Square Christmas tree looks phenomenal. The tree lighting ceremony's always amazing. They're still singing carols beneath the tree now, and different charities will be carol singing beneath the tree throughout the month. So I hope you enjoyed this visit to Trafalgar Square and a little look at this year's tree, and I'll see you guys a little later in the month. So each winter here in London a few outdoor ice rinks pop up, and although they're not the biggest ice rinks in the world, a few of them are set against spectacular London backdrops. I mean, if like me, most of your time with both hands on the safety rail, they're the perfect size. But if you're planning on keeping both hands on your figure skating partner, probably a bit too small. I thought I'd share with you some of the most spectacular looking ice rinks this year. First of all, skate Somerset House, right here. And if you can't skate, you can always check out the skating from the Rinkside bar. There's no better way to enjoy skating than from a bar stool. So, Somerset House, arguably one of the most spectacular looking ice rinks here in town. Let's go and check out some of the others. So, welcome to the Tower of London, arguably one of the most spectacular backdrops for an ice rink. It's raining pretty hard right now, so it looks a little bit more like a swimming pool than an ice rink, but a phenomenal spot to come skating, right next to one of London's iconic landmarks, the ice rink in the Moat. So, welcome to London's Natural History Museum ice rink. The Natural History Museum, somewhere there in the dark, makes a spectacular backdrop to this ice skating rink, and it's finally stopped raining, although it still looks a little bit wet out there. Finally stopped raining this evening, but it's still like a puddle down there, so we'll stick to warm drinks in the bar this evening. Leave ice skating for a drier evening. hope you enjoyed this little look at some of London's most spectacular ice rinks. Even a little rain doesn't seem to have dampened the festive spirit. Just carrying on. So I'll see you guys a little later in the month. So, welcome to the south bank of the River Thames. There's no better way to get in the festive spirit than visit a Christmas market, and it's one of the most renowned in London. Here by the South Bank Centre, they've built a two-storey Swedish lodge here, and there's a food market surrounding it. There are traditional wooden chalets selling festive things along the river. There's even a specialty food market behind the South Bank Centre, which is there all year round. And this fancy looking carousel. Let's go and check out this year's market here at the South Bank, and then maybe we'll go and check out some of the other popular markets here in town. So the festive Christmas markets here at London's South Bank Centre are a great way to get in the festive spirit. However, they're not the only Christmas markets here in town, so let's go and check out some of the others. So, just here by London's Tower Bridge is another one of London's Christmas markets. It runs all the way from here, Tower Bridge, down to London Bridge, along the riverbank. It's just starting to rain. So, I think I'm going to be heading into one of the lodge bars. And then I'll go and take a look at the market. It smells phenomenal. Okay, the market here looks pretty cool, but it's just not stopping raining. So we'll head to London Bridge, jump on a tube, go to the next market. Hopefully it'll stop raining by then. So the market along the bank of the River Thames out there looks amazing this year, but it just won't stop raining this evening. So I've come into the Drive Hayes Galleria and head over to London Bridge Station, get a tube slightly more central and check out another Christmas market. A few market stalls in here, but yeah, if you're in town, definitely check out the market along the bank of the River Thames, but maybe not on a rainy evening like this evening. So, welcome to London's Leicester Square. There's a Christmas market in Leicester Square Gardens. Still raining, but that's just what it does here in Britain. So let's go and check out this year's Christmas market. So the Christmas markets here in London's Leicester Square are cool. Definitely recommend a visit there, but maybe pick an evening when it's not raining. Go through all the Christmas markets. I hope you enjoyed this look at the Christmas markets here in London. I'm going to head somewhere a little warmer and a little drier tonight. I'll see you guys later in the month. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to London's Trafalgar Square and the Trafalgar Square Christmas tree. It is very nearly Christmas. It's very nearly the end of December and the end of another year. So there's just a few things left for me to do. Firstly, to wish you all a very Merry Christmas. I hope your favourite films on the TV, you get plenty to eat and drink, and you get to spend the day with the ones you love. And I'd also like to take this opportunity to wish you all a Happy New Year. I hope you have a very happy, healthy and prosperous New Year. The rain has been, well, it's been persistently coming down. But December's still a phenomenal time of year to be here, and you're never too far from somewhere warm and dry to escape the rain. And that's where I'm heading now, to the pub. I think after a year of filming, serve a well-earned pint. So let's head to the pub and get a beer. So after a cold evening out in the rain here in London. Myself a pint and seat right next to a very warm fire. Cheers. So, thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Toodles.